Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 450 podium of the day. The top three riders in the class are also the top three in points. The points now read Eli Tomac, after a 1-1 day, has 401 points. Marvin Musquin now has 386, and Ken Roczen has 330 points. Gentlemen, congratulations on an outstanding day. First question for Eli Tomac. Moto number 2, crazy moto, has to be one of the most, it's almost similar to a week ago, but take us through Moto number 2 where you didn't quite get the start you had hoped for.
Yeah, that's the way it was not a great start. Spun a little bit out of there, and then just had to do our thing and try to make our way to the front, and then made a really goofy mistake in the S-turn, or the little chicane at the bottom of the big hill, and was kind of stuck there for a second, and got back up and got going, and it was just kind of maybe thinking about second, but it was good to make it all the way to the front. And this place can be a little bit hit and miss the way you feel on the days here, but today was good for us.
Ken Roczen, Moto number 2, again, find yourself up front, and we've heard you talk about it, definitely getting back up into the championship chase and the championship speed. How do you feel your day went this afternoon?
Pretty good. I don't think I can complain as of right now. Podiums I got to be super happy with, and especially pretty close to, yet so far away from another moto win. But I just got to be happy. We're learning, and we're trying really hard, and as long as we leave the races healthy, and I know I did the best I could, and we've been finding ourselves second position on the podium for like the third weekend in a row. I think that's pretty good for me, and just getting better, doing my thing, and just kind of try to keep a neutral mood, not too high, not too low, and do my thing.
Marvin Musquin, we asked the 250 guys, what was your take on the track here today?
Well, definitely, I knew it was going to be a pretty hard pack. I mean, a hard pack. It's just really choppy and hard, but obviously they try their best to get the track and then, get the moisture there and as long as possible all day long. But it's a good racetrack. I mean, it's really high speed down the hills and stuff, and get bumpy, choppy, and the shadow is always really tricky, down the hills, also going up the hills. So. But it's the same for everybody, obviously, and but it was good.
I'd like to open it up now to questions from the media.
I guess for each of you guys, how do you set up for the super choppy stuff here? It seems like a little harder edge than some of the other tracks that we go to.
I kind of just, same suspension, and it's usually just a clicker here and there. Try not to go too crazy. You have some parts of the track where they ripped it pretty deep, and you have the shadows, and it actually stays pretty good there. So I kind of just left my bike with what I've been riding.
Yeah, I mean, it was. You want all three of us or what? It was kind of the same thing for us. Just you kind of start with your base and see what you're working with.
Anything for you different, Marvin?
No, not really. Pretty much the same. And like they said, a couple clickers, obviously, because like you said, it was really choppy, but it also really high speed. So you gotta, obviously get the bike right for this track.
Eli, the crowd started going nuts there late in the second moto, especially when you drop down and they don't see you guys briefly, and then you're back into view. Were you sensing that? Were you hearing that as the race went on?
Oh yeah, it was cool. Yep.
Does that help? Does that make a difference, you think, in your riding?
Yeah, the noise is cool. It was funny, like during the first moto, there was a flagger at the top of the hill as we dropped down that every time I would come into the turn, he would like run to his station or something. That was kind of annoying. So that was more of a distraction than the people hooting and hollering. So anyway.
I didn't know too much what was going on behind me until I heard the crowd, and I knew it was starting to get serious. So I knew that somebody was close to me, and I didn't even know where the heck he came from, but he was behind me there, and I'm like, oh boy, we got 2 laps to go, and yeah, I couldn't hold him.
When Eli got by you, though, Ken, you stayed pretty close right to the end, so it seemed like you had something in the tank to try to sprint with him those final few laps.
Yeah, I didn't want. I mean, for me, you know, I need to just try and keep going and keep going. That's the only way I'm going to be happy with myself, and that's the only way I'm going to make steps forward. So try not to let him go too far away. And honestly, I thought in the last lap that Marvin was right on my butt, like literally. But I think there were a few seconds in between. But I was riding like as if Marvin was right behind me because I didn't really want to let him get by as well. So I just tried to stay charged into the checker.
Eli, everybody has ups and downs in their career. So when you're in a zone like this and you're riding this well, man, like, how do you savor that and embrace that? Because it doesn't always come this easy, but right now it just seems like everything's working perfectly for you right now.
Yeah, I mean, though, you may look that way, but where we've been starting, especially in the second motos, it's not easy at all. So I would like, that's something I need to work on. It's getting up there with these guys in the second moto early. For some reason, my second moto starts the past couple weeks haven't been there. So, yeah, it's far from easy, I'll tell you that.
Marvin, did you make a change between motos? Is there stuff maybe because of the half-hour break you're able to do more? You made change?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah, because obviously, like we talked about, the track was so hard and choppy. It was my first moto was not that great, so obviously we try to go a different, not a different direction, but a little different and like a little softer. Try to get more traction, and yeah, it seems to be a little bit better. So yeah, second moto was okay.
Next question from the media. Final question then will be a question for Marvin. Marvin, the championship chase is still 15 points away. Any plans to change up before the end of the season to try something different?
Yeah, obviously we have a weekend off, so before to finish the season, you know, with 3 weekends in a row racing. So looking forward to that, and you know, I'm pretty excited about the end of the season.
Well, gentlemen, thank you very much for your performance today. I'm sure the crowd will remember it for decades to come. Folks, this is the top 3 in the 450 class. We hope everybody has a nice weekend off, and we'll see you back at Unadilla in 2 weeks.